Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning the people of the Caribbean, because I born and grew up in the Caribbean, and how much they do not like change. And it could be very hurtful for you trying to bring new things to their understanding. And because many of them are so close-minded and not open-minded, they are damaging themselves ignorantly. Let me give you a few examples of what I am speaking about. For example, many of us, we grow up and we've been taught certain things by our parents, by our teachers in school, by our religious leaders, and by our politicians. And so many people, they never really question these things, and they live their life just going along with the crowd. That is what is really referred to as conformity. And because they conform, they become one-track minded. And a good example is the people who believe in the Bible as being a literal and a historical book, instead of getting to understand that it is actually a psychological book. It all have to do with the mind. So for many years now, I've been teaching people all around the world that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, that it is not literal, neither is it secular history, and that there's nothing that anyone can tell me from Genesis to Revelation that wasn't false a thought or false an idea or false imagine. And even if you open your mouth and speak to me, it still has to first be a thought, it has to first be an idea, it has to first be imagined. Even if you ignore me, even if you disagree with me, it still has to first be a thought, it still has to first be an idea, it still has to first be imagined. So what people turn to, they turn to calling me crazy. Because why? They do not like change. It will hurt them to accept the fact that they were brainwashed and that they were kept in mental slavery. In other words, not understanding how the mind works. And so, my brothers and my sisters, it is very important to accept change. It is very important to be open-minded, because the learning process is a lifelong process. You can never read one book and know everything. Okay? For example, as one would have had experience in the church realm, I would have heard many preachers preach and say things like Buddha is not the answer, Krishna is not the answer, Selassie is not the answer, and they call many different other religions, okay, and they will say what they're teaching or their philosophy is not the answer. And then they will tell you what they're telling you is actually the answer. But if you really be honest and you ask them, okay, if they have ever read anything about these other religions or anything like that, they do not know. But they just been repeating what they would have heard others say. So, my brother, my sisters, it's very important to learn to listen and learn to embrace change and use your common sense. Because see, when you listen, you can learn to think. And you can decide for yourself if what this man is saying, if it's making sense or if it's not making sense. Another thing, again, that Caribbean people hold on to and they don't want to change is the belief in academic education for success. And if after COVID-19 and everything that took place, if that doesn't teach the people the whole truth about what it takes to be successful, and if it doesn't teach the people also that they've been brainwashed with their spiritual beliefs and they believe in the Bible and Jesus and so on, nothing will definitely help them. But let me go on to the educational part. All of us were taught to go to school and get good grades and then get a good job and we're going to become successful. But if you look at all the successful people in this world who have become millionaires and multimillionaires and billionaires, it was not because of the school they went or the education they got. It was because of the gift and the talent that they would have found within themselves, and they used that gift and that talent to inspire and uplift the rest of humanity. They would have learned to serve. they would have learned to give first instead of receiving. And so the school system set us up to have a competitive mindset and set us up to become employees. So you leave school with an employee mentality, therefore you end up chasing after money. So you've been going after the getting instead of the being. That's why so many people have never discovered who they are and the power that they have within themselves that they can use to achieve their every desire. In other words, they've never found their purpose. Okay? And I can go on and on and on and on to show you many things, like why most of the people in the Caribbean are depending on the so-called hospitality industry, why preachers and politicians in the Caribbean are living like lords over the people. I can go into all of those things. Okay, but for now, I want to make this video short, and I want to say to you, if you listen to me and you would have found this video, it is because you're on this frequency and you're ready for this kind of knowledge. So I will encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or if you feel strongly to share this video, you can share it, because this kind of teaching is not really for everyone. So you have to feel strongly to share it, okay? But as time go by, I want to continue to bring more of these videos to you, and I'm looking forward for your support also. So I will continue to post more of these videos to help you, and I'm willing also to teach you how to operate the power that is within you that you can use to have your every desire. And that was the same power that helped me to write all of my books and to be inspiring people all around the world, and even doing one-on-one coaching with people and changing their lives. You can do the same. And let me say to you, when you learn how to use this power, your yearly income can become your monthly income. But I'll definitely see you in the next video. Reach out. Peace.